Hi guys, this is Breaker, and I am back with another replay that I took from the front page of Drop.sc. This one was legitimately taken from the front page of Drop.sc, but let's go ahead and give the players their introductions. Upper right-hand corner spawning is everybody's favorite red Protoss from EG and an excellent personality, to say the very least. It's iNcontroL. In the lower left-hand corner of the map, unfortunately, it's just a barcode who's got his name lined up 2 bars at a time. Neither of these players are in Grandmasters League this season on the North American server, or so I feel, but that may be irrelevant, and at the same time it may be relevant. I can go ahead and explain this phenomenon in just a few minutes, but first and foremost I want to go ahead and explain to you all that I am using the Chinese client right now. And the thing about the Chinese client is you can't change the language setup in-game to English, and I'm sorry about that, hang on. Okay, there we go. It looks like I got this bug with my SteelSeries. What's the word I'm looking for? My SteelSeries 6HG2 keyboard that every now and then, if I push the Alt button, it'll get stuck on, even though I'm not actually pushing anything. It's not a sticky key problem or anything of that nature, but yeah. So Grandmasters NA ladder. Well, this is a trend that I kind of noticed is kind of on the rise. I think the biggest evidence of that would have to be the Taiwan and Korea server. There's actually a bunch of people that are getting into Grandmasters League that are not Koreans. They're just foreigners, same as you as me. Sase is on the... Fnatic Sase is living in Taiwan right now, and he's on a Grandmaster on the Taiwan and Korea server, rank 130-something. Pig recently got it, Cats recently got it, but I'm not sure if Cats' present whereabouts. I assume he's in California right now, with the training house and such, that route just set up and all that good stuff. But iNcontroL is actually looking like he's going to do some sneaky play. I'm not sure what this is all about. I mean, he didn't even send that probe into the main. He didn't even see the supply depot. But overall, our barcode player went with a Reaper opener. And the SCV is going to go in first. And this may actually trick up iNcontroL just a little bit, because typically speaking, when we're talking about really super high level play, we're talking GSL style play, players will not send an SCV to scout their opponent when they're sending a Reaper. And right now we have a little bit in the way of mind games being played from iNcontroL. There we go. The pylon's been spotted, the gateway's been spotted, and the... Jeez, how do I say Jixie Hesin? I forget, jeez. The cybernetics core is finished. There we go. Yeah. Alright, so probe gets taken down, and it looks like iNcontrol's plan there with the proxy Stargate, or proxy whatever shenanigans it might have been, has just been shut down, and we see him immediately switch to chrono boosting out a Stalker. That's a huge mistake, really. But overall, this is actually going to put our Terran just a little bit further ahead. The bunker going down on the high ground right now, and a Twilight Council follow-up immediately from iNcontroL. This, you know, I mean, this can lead to Blink Stalker play, this can lead to, say, DT play, or anything else in between. But the SCV coming now to assist the Reaper in the destruction of this pylon, or so I feel. I'm not sure what that's all about, but the SCV, once it starts pecking away, it's really going to make a huge difference here. I think the SCV may end up getting that pylon kill. It's going to happen! Oh man, Hero SCV! That was pretty cool, and our barcode player requested a pause somewhere in that game. And of course, since we're casting from replays, or since I'm casting from a replay, I can't really tell. He says I'm lagging really bad, just needed a reason. Go. Okay, go. Go. So, back at home, it looks like it's going to be Blink Stalker play from iNcontroL. Not really throwing down that Expo yet, but I'm pretty curious as to just what he thinks is... Damn it. Sorry about that. I'm pretty curious as to just what he thinks is going on with his opponent right now. That Mothership Core is about to get in there and figure this out in just a minute. I really have to fix those hotkeys. I mean, like, I gotta delete the rewind button and make sure it never comes back. This is the China client, so basically your hotkeys will not transfer from the North American client or the Taiwan and Korea client, since they're all the same client, and come to here, and it looks like the Mothership Core. Oh! That is a superhero Mothership Core going in and bleeding out like a trooper. But beyond that, our barcode Terran gets into the main and sees just what iNcontroL is up to. Okay, so he sees no Expo, he sees 3 gateways, he sees the Twilight Council. That can only mean one thing at this stage for our Barcode player, and that means Blink Stalker play. So what's the follow-up coming from our Protoss player? Or excuse me, our Terran? He's gonna get siege tanks out. Those are gonna help out significantly, but the real tool in the shed that would be most effective against this is some Marines with stim and concussive shelled Marauders. Of course, they have, I feel slightly higher DPS versus Blink Stalkers, but of course this Widow Mine placement is gonna work miracles. Especially if we see, say, the Stalkers blink in over here, try and work their way around the natural, and then blink out to the top. And after all, this is actually one thing that could work in favor of iNcontroL. His opponent doesn't have stim. Never even got it started. Doesn't even have it started to this point in the game. And the engineering bay, it's just now going down. And he's forced to delay his Expo, so iNcontroL's doing some good work here in that aspect. But I still feel that this is a pretty big gamble. He's going to be able to get a a contain on his opponent. But looks like for the time being with those 4 Stalkers, he's just going to back off. He's getting 2 more, bringing it to a total of 6. And he's going for his Expo behind this. So this is actually looking to be a mobile contain, if you will. And he's already doing some good damage with this. He's already forcing his opponent to pull SCVs. And that's going to delay mining time just a little bit. I mean, you know. What's better than 12 SCVs on the mineral line and 2 mules than 16 SCVs on the mineral line and 2 mules. Even oversaturating by just a teeny bit will help out just a little bit more. But it looks like finally our Terran is ready to retaliate, and this could be deadly because iNcontroL has no way to pull back all of his Stalkers immediately. Yes, Blink allows you to go from one instant location to another, but not in the essence that iNcontroL needs to. He cannot blink all the way across the map. By the way, I'd like to wish everyone who speaks Korean a happy Choseok. I'm in Korea right now. And, yeah, I'm going to have the next 5 days off because of that. But, kind of random to inject that. And the drop goes down from our Terran. Immediately, iNcontroL pulls back his Stalkers. That means we're going to have our Terran free to Expo as he pleases. But there's no stim here, and our Protoss just doesn't realize this yet. He can actually use force fields quite well in this position. And it looks like these unstim Marines are going to try and take down the natural, but the Stalkers are coming right at the right moment to save it. Ooh, and iNcontroL almost gets the pick off on that medevac. Instead, he's forced to wait until his blink is ready to go. It's ready, but he's not in his main to defend. Wait, okay, well, our barcode's not actually too intent on dropping right now. He's going to use that a little bit more conservatively because, of course, he realizes, oh, snap. Well, this is only a one shot, if you will. Mothership core or mothership. Wow, I'm calling everything that flies a mothership, but this is a one-shot medevac, and that's it. Let's look at the Stalker here from iNcontroL. Can it get it? No. And even if it tries to come in there, I think this one Stalker may possibly two-shot it. Anywho, behind that, our barcode Terran went ahead and ooh, he got supply blocked, and he finally got started on stim and combat shields. Beyond that, he took his Expo. So now income kind of jutting up for both players, but worker count is in favor of iNcontroL, but not income, of course, because Terran has mules. So now what we have to see iNcontroL do, essentially, on what he has now is he's got to get some kind of AoE out. And he's going for some dangerous play. Something that I can respect. If you can make this work out, it really works wonders. But for the time being, he's going to have extremely low production while he's going for double upgrades with this double forge. He's going to be using a ton, an absolute ton of, what's the word I'm looking for? There we go, Chrono Boost, to get the double upgrades out faster. And that Chrono Boost, you know, I mean, just that's what resources is going to go to as well. And he doesn't have that much in the way of gateways, so that's actually gonna make a huge difference in the production. So we're gonna see our Terran slowly. If our Terran turtles up, gets to 3 bases, we could see him reach 200 while iNcontroL is only at 150 out of 200. But of course, I want to say, you know, with the number of Colossi that are out right now. Well, it's not about right now, it's about later, when both players are ready to go at it, or when our Terran is ready to go at it, which he is now. interestingly enough. If this hits the right timing, iNcontroL's not going to be able to hold this, I feel. He's only got +1/+1, and slow zealots will not do that much against stim marines and marauders. But concussive shells has not been finished yet. It's only recently been started. And it looks like our Terran is a little bit indecisive, reluctant to actually move out and attack. Now, one thing that we are about to see is the third finally go down for iNcontroL, and that means he will be able to safely get some High Templar into the mix. But I'm pretty surprised that, you know, I wish... Oh, SCV train, am I reading this right? SCV train, yes, I am reading this right. Okay, so now we have a huge army supply differential. And, I mean, once you look at all of the, what's the word I'm looking for? Once you look at the SCV count, that worker count, it's essentially going to count as, army supply now. But, very, very weak army supply. As Nathanius once put it, using tasers against guns. Using tasers against Gauss rifles. And it looks like we got that single medevac drop finally coming back into play. Of course, a scan going out now, and the small bioforce being caught out of position. The force fields are pretty okay here. There's still 1 or 2 left, and the Vikings are doing an absolutely great job on taking down those Colossi. Only a handful of Stalkers remain, and that means he's not really going to be able to hold his third. He was forced to cancel just a moment ago. Almost a full wall off with those 2 force fields, but no cigar. And it looks like we're going to have iNcontroL hold on a little bit vainly as those Marines stem up and get inside of him and eat him from the inside out. There it is. iNcontroL leaves the game. Our barcode player was victorious. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys liked what you saw here today, just please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. This is Breaker. I will see you guys next time. 안녕히 계세요.